talking to that's over here.
But how are you gonna? Oh, you're not gonna. Your boys ain't gonna be. Alright. Sure. Today, Wednesday, March 15th, 3:05.
What's your name?
My name is Miguel.
What are you known as?
I guess CAOS. From around here. Yeah, I live like a block away. Chicago. I was born in Chicago. My parents are from Mexico. My dad's from Iguala Guerrero, and my mom's from Cuernavaca. But I was born here, and then I went to Mexico for a bit with my parents when I was like 3 or 4, for about a year. And then I came back, and I've been living here since. I do. It was like a year. I remember being in Cuernavaca. It was like really hilly. It was a lot of it's a lot of mountains, a lot of trees, a lot of grass. It was pretty small. It's a pretty small village, but I was there with my granddad and my grandma, and I remember my granddad used to take me to this like candy store over there. It's pretty cool. We walked, but it was like up in the mountains. We used to walk like on the side of the mountains. There's like a little street. And it was a pretty cool candy store. Like, we did cool things. And I was also in Iguala for a little bit. I remember the roads over there were pretty rocky. The roads, they were pretty rocky, like big ass rocks. But that's pretty much like. I got into art. I'd say, well, in like preschool, I didn't like going to school, like in preschool. So, but the teachers, they like put me to draw and paint, and like that's what I like doing. That's like where I stayed the most calm at. And I started liking it then. And then it wasn't really like a major part of my life. I just like doing it. And then I remember my older sister, she would bring out like sketchbooks and like papers like out at night, and like we would just draw, and I really like doing that. And yeah, so in the beginning, like before I was 10, I just like to draw a lot, and like I would doodle like random shit just to have fun. In class and like everywhere, I would just doodle stuff. So I'm pretty like, that's how I got into it. My sister, she's a pretty big inspiration for me. Like, she used to draw at night, and she would like just tell me to go over there with her, and like we would just have fun drawing, I think, you know. A lot of things. I feel like well, first of all, I feel like there's a responsibility like for myself to be somebody, and I'm not really good at school. I dropped out of high school, so I feel like I have to become somebody or like something, you know. I have to do something, because also like for my parents, they came from Mexico, like they crossed the border, they did all that, they left their lives behind over there to come over here and like try to give me a better life. So it's like I feel like responsible to do something bigger than nothing, right? Because like because I dropped out of high school, so like I can't really have like a good job, because like I don't have no college degree or anything like that. Well, I feel like what really inspires me is looking at all the problems in society and looking at what everybody is doing, and I feel like they're not doing enough to solve them. So I feel like I have a responsibility to step up and do my part in solving like all the problems. So I feel like that's a big inspiration, just trying to solve a lot of problems in society through art and like through spreading messages. Well, I feel like art is a big way to express yourself, and it's a big way to express messages too, right? And we live in a society where there's a lot of fucked up things, like so many fucked up things. But I feel like with art, you could express some messages out there and like express it to the people. And I feel like that's a responsibility for artists too, like just to have like a different perspective on everything and show it to everybody. So I feel like that's a responsibility for artists. And also I like art for me is fun, so I just like doing it because it's like fun. And another reason would be like to show people too, because like there's some kids out there that don't go to school, they can't go to school, like they don't have the opportunities we do, like to go to school. But I want to show them that they could also make it, like without going to high school, like without having like a college diploma or nothing. I feel like if I do it, I could show other kids like they could do it too, and I could inspire other people. And that would be nice, you know, like helping people out and inspiring people. I haven't done anything really for kids. Besides, you know, when I meet them, when I'm out there, like, and when I see some kids that like are into art, I help them out. Like, you know, if they have any questions, I go out there and help them out. Like, tell them a little bit about myself and like where I've been, what I've been through, and just tell them that like whatever they're going through, like they could do it too. But right now, like I haven't really done anything like major to help out people or like kids, because I feel like I myself haven't, like I'm still growing up, like I'm still a kid. I gotta finish, well not finish, but like I got a lot of way, I got like a big road ahead of me to be good for myself, you know. Yeah, way more. Or like just as a person also, like there's a lot of things I still gotta do. Like there's a lot of things I still don't know about a lot of things. Because right now I'm doing like a lot of things. I've done like murals. I've done like right now I'm focusing on like fashion design and like prints. But like I want to find like a solid place like where I could stay and grow. And I feel like I haven't found that yet. Well, I was in high school. I was second year of high school. I had really bad grades. I hated going to school. I never went to school, dude. I ditched a lot of days. There was like weeks where I wouldn't like even go in a single day. Like I just didn't like school. But I knew there was like other ways to make it, right? So I love doing art. I just kept on doing art, making art. And I knew that art is bigger. Like there's a lot of things people could do with art and a lot of places where art could take you. So yeah, I was kind of like low-key kind of depressed, like not going to school at all, but still making art. And then I just kind of stopped going to school for like a month. But I wanted to make money. But I had a job also, right? And I hated going to that job. I hate having a job in general. because I don't like making money for other people, or I just don't like being told what to do, you know. And then I feel like I was still in between, like kind of like wanting to graduate high school and like start like a career in art, but then COVID hit, and then we had to do like online classes. I just thought never went to there, like never went to any online class, and I was like, I didn't want to do that, right? So I just decided to stop going to school because I didn't like that. And I told myself that I wasn't going to have a regular job because that's not where I want to be at. And so I felt like if I wanted to have a good life for myself, I had to do something. And so I just thought about what I like doing, and I just thought about what I could do with it to like help other people with it, and like be like a good, I guess you could say, like a good member of society. But I feel like that's when I decided to like just take art seriously. And then I started just making a lot of art after that. And then you said you met me at the Gefly. Was that the first Gefly?
I think it was the second one in summer, like July.
I think that was my first one.
That was?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know if you said it was, but yeah, I think that was like one of the first ones you did.
Yeah, that was like my first one, and I sold some things, and I made some money, and it was a good day. It was a great day. But then that's the day where I felt like I could do something with it, and it could lead me to somewhere too. But I feel right now like I still don't really know like what I'm doing, to be honest. With my life. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like right now art is like basically like 90% of my life, really. And I feel like I'm too far in it. I feel like if I stop right now, I would regret it in the future. So I'm gonna just keep on making art and focus on something that's in like the creative field. Not far at all, to be honest. No, I feel like I'm still in the beginning. Like if I was to put it in like percentage wise, it would be like 5%. Like that's what I feel like where I'm at, because I feel like I still have to do a lot of things, and I want this to be like long term. So I feel like what I've done, like what I've accomplished, it's like like if I really think about it, it's a lot, but it's like nothing compared to like what I want to do. So I feel like I haven't come that far. Well, yeah, I mean, I've worked a lot. It's been like 2 years.
2021, July, yeah.
How much is that in like hours?
Hours?
Yeah, a lot, right?
I don't know how many hours are in a year, like 50,000.
So imagine like a third of that, yeah, is like doing what I like doing. And I like doing art, and like basically that's all I have to do. That's all I want to do, and I have nothing else to do. And I get bored a lot. And when I don't want to be bored, I think of something I want to do, and I think of something. I think of where I want to be in the future, right? And after like I kind of like have an idea of what I want to do in the future, I think about the steps. Think about the steps I gotta do to get there. And that just makes me think, like that makes me realize of like all the work that I have to do. And it's a lot of work. And if I wanna get there faster, like you just gotta work. there's a lot of other artists that also inspire me. Like there's this dude, Virgil Abloh. Look, I made a shirt. He's on the shirt. It's good right here. Can they see it? So yeah, I made this shirt. This is Virgil Abloh. He's like a fashion designer, like creative director. He inspired me a lot because he's like a minority. He's black, and he was born around here. He like in Illinois.
Really?
Yeah, like somewhere in Illinois. I'm not sure where. Not sure. He did inspire me. He taught me that like I could do it too. Like if he could do it, like he's a minority. He's like a regular person almost. Like that's what he talks about, being just like a regular person. And he did it. Like he's out there. He made big moves. He made it to like Paris and like high fashion. And he became like the creative director of Louis Vuitton. And before that, like you didn't see many people of color like even being in Paris or like in the fashion scene, like right, like at all. But like he made it out there, and now he's teaching everybody. He's telling everybody that they could do it too, and that inspires me a lot because you gotta tell the kids, right? You gotta tell the people, tell the youth, and like help them out. And I feel like that's a good thing for society, because without that, like kids would just get involved in like violence and like gangs and like drugs and like all that. But now he's bringing he brought a lot of resources back to like small cities, like small neighborhoods. And he's bringing like a lot of resources into art and like creative like fields for like young people, to give them like a place in society instead of like just being out there. I wouldn't say he's my biggest inspiration. Artist wise?
Yeah, like creatively.
He's one of the first inspirations of mine. He's almost kind of like the reason why I got so seriously into it, because like he did it and he got really big with it, and he gained a lot of like influence. Besides him, Nigo, you know Nigo? Nigo, the guy that made Babe?
Yeah.
He's a pretty big inspiration for me. Damn, there's a lot of people. Like five? Oh, Andy Warhol.
Right?
Andy Warhol, Basquiat.
Yeah, he was with like Basquiat and what's his name?
Keith Haring. They all inspired me a lot because they were doing pop art and like fine arts back in like the 80s.
Like classical kind of art was more popular, right?
Yeah, classical, or like I don't even know, to be honest.
A lot of people didn't like at the time, right?
But like they still kept on doing it because that's what they like to do. You know what I mean? So they inspired me a lot. Too. At first, I knew about Basquiat, and I loved his art. You know, he used to be like homeless back in New York, but he would still make art. He would have like a lot of issues, like have a lot of addictions and all that, but he would still make art. And he like through that he found his way in society. He found his place out there, even though he didn't have like a good life. He still just made art, and like, it brought him somewhere. Well, I feel coming from a struggling background, like you don't have much. I feel like that would inspire somebody way more, cause like if they almost hit like rock bottom, or like they're I feel like they would be inspired more. They would be more hungry, like, cause they're hungry, right? Like, they're struggling, they're hungry. That makes them want to do more. So, and I feel like it's also more real if they're struggling, and they keep on doing something that they like. They must really like it, cause if they're struggling, like, you gotta just survive, right? But if you're doing something besides that, like creatively wise, like just making art, I feel like it's something in the person that pushes them even harder than other people, because other people, they're comfortable. They might be comfortable like right where they're at. And I feel like if you're struggling, you're probably not good. So you wanna work more. And I feel like coming from a struggle makes you want it worse, want it way more than other people. CAOS is me, and I hope to help people with my brand. With my art, I hope to help people, and I hope to help kids. Well, I feel like CAOS is more of just like almost like a personality. It's a big part of me. It's almost like one part of me. It's like an entity. It's like that entity that went out there and made art and met like a lot of people and loves doing what they're doing. And loves to like just network people and build with people. But I feel like I could definitely branch out into many other things, but CAOS is just like it's an entity that's inside of me almost, you know what I mean? Well, I would just tell him to find a reason. Just find a reason. Find something you love doing. And then find a reason. Like, whatever reason. Like, I feel like there's one reason for everybody, right? Then that's like, wouldn't you say it's like love? Like, what pushes everybody? Alright, so I want to just tell them, find something they love doing. And, don't focus on what anybody has to say. Focus on yourself and follow your instincts. Don't give up. Stay consistent. Follow your dreams. Don't listen to anybody else. And just be you. Just stay consistent with it. Like, bad things will happen, but everything's just temporary. You just got to think about the bigger picture. Remember what you love. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. And just stay consistent with it. And good things will happen. They stay consistent with it, you know. But that's what I've learned. And we're still young, so I still don't know shit. Alright, well, I'm Miguel. You guys can call me CAOS. This is a nice day. It's been nice talking to everybody, and I hope you guys follow your dreams and just keep doing you. And I'll see you guys later.